drowsy, look in her eyes. Watch that shit live for confidence, so this her chance, be surrounded by me and the guys. Counting up more than enough. There ain't nothing that nobody need on this side. Around and see no one but us. I'm surrounded so you won't catch me by surprise. I know she been holding my cup, because she got a drowsy look in her eyes. That shit live for confidence, so this her chance, be surrounded.
Hey, yo, it's been a while, man. Y'all know the vibes. Y'all know what time it is, man. Shit guy Dope the Phenom, aka Trippy OG. Whichever you prefer. KnickN30, man. KnickN30. Yes, VSN. We are here. My God. The co-host now. Yes. He is now the co-host of KnickN30. My main man, Ariel. What up, bro?
What's up, man? How y'all feeling, man? What's up, Trippy? What's up, everybody?
Everything good, bro. Everything good. You know how that go, bro. Yo, we beat the Nets last night, son. Like, and Ben Simmons was on the floor. He's a bum. He's a bum. Yo, bro, Ben Simmons was on the floor. It looked like he wasn't even there. It was like, why does he have a contract still? I feel bad for the Nets, but I don't feel bad.
That boy is lost, man.
The players I feel bad for, of course, have to be Cam Johnson and Bridges, bro. Like, I feel so horrible for them. Like, yes, their team overall as the next new unit with the trades, they do have a nice, solid team. But that little fifth seed they're dangling, nah, that's about to drop. Knicks is about to take that. But before I keep going, give me your takes from last night's game, bro. How do you feel about last night's game?
I feel like last night's game is indicative of what we've seen all year. I feel like this team is just showing so much grit, so much grind, and you can really see like the guys like playing off each other, and the second unit starting to build a little momentum. And I feel like like especially the acquisition of Josh Hart, and it shows that that was really the right move. I don't see Knick fans really complaining about that too much around that late first rounder, because it's not a question mark and it's not a what if. It's like what you're gonna get from this guy. He's all defense. You could put him on the other team's best shooter. He's a versatile rebounder, and that's a lot of things that we were missing in the first half of the season. That we lost a lot of games down the stretch because we didn't have a guy like Josh Hart. That if a guy's having an off night, especially the way RJ's been struggling lately, that you can see like the offense is kind of coming to him now, where he's hitting those timely threes, getting to the basket, diving for loose balls, doing all the things that you need on a team that's trying to get into the playoffs and trying to build momentum, going in later into the season. And he's hitting those timely 3-point shots, kind of like I kind of put him in the conjuring of like John Starks, where he's a guy that does a little bit of everything. And there was a couple of times where it looked like the Nets were making a run, and the Nets had a little bit of momentum. There was that one possession where they got the rebound at third quarter, and they thought they had the outlet. And who comes in and gets the deflection and gets the steal, and then goes down and gets the bucket? It's Josh Hart, man. That dude is a glue guy. So it just shows you, man. Then Jalen Brunson, that goes without speaking. The guy knows how to stop and go. And low key, you know what I like about what the Knicks are doing now? They're getting guys.
What might that be? What might that be? Because I see the grin on your face. What might that be that you like that they doing? I ain't never see this boy smile so much since, bro, Heart comes and now he's smiling OD.
No, you know what it is, man. This team is low key. Not everyone on this team, there, because I feel like everybody's trying to get, find their identity, because they are still a relatively young team. But I feel like that they're starting to get like high IQ basketball guys that come in, they know their roles, they know what they got to do, and they go and do it. So you just see quickly coming into his own as a young kid, getting more playing time now. You know what you're going to get from Josh Hart. You know what Jalen Brunson is, a high basketball IQ. He knows how to stop and go. He knows how to take advantage of mismatches. He knows how to get those calls that superstars get low key. He knows how to bait guys into getting them in with the pump fake, get them in the air and drawing and ones, because he's so smart, man. Him and Josh Hart are really two high IQ basketball players, especially with Quigley. So, and then the thing is that all these guys like playing with each other. They all like playing for each other. So it's building a good momentum, and you're getting like high character guys. You don't see too many off the court issues that we've dealt with so long as Knicks fans. A lot of these guys, they might be talented on the court, but they have a lot of things that drive them negatively off the court. So those are the things that I'm loving with this team, man. So it's just upward from here.
Nah, definitely. And I know a lot of people are looking at the footage like, yo, is Trippy trying to talk and he's not saying nothing? My bad, I got a phone call in the midst of everything. Like, everybody's excited right now, But I agree. It's these Villanova cats are different. Don't get me wrong. I thought it was just a college thing, but it definitely translates good into the NBA. You've seen it from a lot of different guys, but yo, Josh Hart, man, Josh Hart. That protected first pick was definitely worth it. It was worth it. He's showing that he definitely wants to be here. So, like I've been advocating for a while, I think we know the two players that are getting new contracts this offseason. IQ and Josh Hart will be getting new contracts for sure. But let's tap into IQ a little bit. Josh Hart just got here. If you look at his interview, he's saying with him being here, it's helping in his job a little bit better. We also see that in the game. We don't see Deuce on the floor anymore. We see Josh Hart running the point. And I kind of like that. A lot of people forget that he is a great IQ guy. He is a great passer. So to really watch him not only be able to grab a board, he's already top 3 in transition, running in transition. And then on top of that, having a good passing IQ, it's phenomenal. Then on top of that, you see IQ. I know I'm saying that word a lot, but you see IQ picking up from Hart on the defensive end, closing out on double teams, coming out for the help defense, knowing when and when not to close out tight on somebody. So I see him picking up a lot. And I was in the spaces earlier today where I forgot who said it. Sorry, I can't remember at the time. I think it was NYK mentality. He probably said it, but Hart is the type of guy that Grimes and RJ really in the All-Star break really need to sit down and pick his brain. Literally, because if you can have all 3 of those wings play the same exact way, forget being a bucket, forget being a passer, forget just being a defender, just be all around good. This team is definitely promised for something to come later down the line. But I got one question for you that a lot of people I don't think noticed.
What is that?
Is it me, or does it feel like when Mitch comes back, Obi Toppin is going to get phased out this rotation? Like, it's going to go to a 10-man rotation, but I think Obi Toppin is going to end up hitting that bench. How you feel about that?
Honestly, man, you guys, everybody knows, like I've been an Obi guy since he got drafted, but I'm also like, I take away from fandom. Just like when people criticize RJ, I understand it because he rightfully so, he does deserve some of the criticism. I wouldn't go over the top, where people want to just, already give up on him and get rid of him yet, because he's proven when his back's against the wall, he knows how to bounce back. So I'm not giving up on him. And he's 22 years old, so he got that working with him. Plus, with a lot of good things he did this year, hit big shots against good teams. But to your point with Obi Toppin, I do think that, and low key, you missed another guy too, Isaiah Hartenstein, because he's come into his own, rightfully so.
We know you was gonna bring him up. We know you was gonna bring him up. But wait. Before you finish your take, though, right? While we on camera, everybody's gonna see this. Let me go ahead and say it out loud. All right, iHeart, you're not a bum no more. Okay, you're not. You officially got the title taken. You have been producing way more than expected. You are producing even while playing not even to your strength. So you got it, bro. But you slip up, I'm on your neck. All right, I'm on your neck. All right, bro. There's nothing. But I give him that though. I give him that. Like I'm at the point where if Mitch does come back, I'm okay if we do that move where we phase him out and phase Obi out, and then we have a combination of Sims and iHeart playing the 4 and 5 again. So I don't see a problem in it. It's sad because it's like, yo, for all that, we should have traded Obi. But yo, the writing's on the wall to me. There's no way he's only playing 15 minutes still, didn't get traded. For all that, bro, when Mitch comes back, just sit him to the bench. Just go ahead. Just sit him to the bench.
Yeah, and I definitely agree with you because like Hartenstein is another guy that's been doing a lot of small things that's affecting winning. That some people have been noticing that, even people that were very critical of him. And I'm glad he's playing to his potential. As I was the guy that was raving about him in the off season, he's proven why we need a guy like Hartenstein. Because some type guys like that, you need on the second unit that could tie boards, that could. He's actually blocking shots, bro. Like I didn't see much of that him in the beginning of the year. He's actually playing better defense and contesting better and blocking and deflecting and doing like all the little things that you want guys
Actually
on your second
boxing
unit
out
to do.
at a high clip right now. That's it. Like
Yes.
that's the
Yeah.
thing that a lot of people, I think we're all realizing he's actually fighting for position, the reason why he's playing
Exactly.
at a higher level.
Exactly.
So, I'm not
Yeah.
mad at it.
And then to your point, when Blocknets come back, I think I even put a post on it the other, might have been last night or the night before, where I said I can't wait to see what this team looks like now that we got Josh Hart and then we have Mitchell Robinson to that mix, because it's going to open up so much playmaking with this team. Because like I said, when you add a guy like like Josh Hart, he's a guy that you can put in multiple positions. He could start for you. He could close out games for you. He could play with the second unit. The guy doesn't care. He knows his role and he plays it very well. He's probably one of the best rebounding guards in the league, and he does all the things, the high IQ things that every contender needs. Like I was in a Portland space the other day, and they were pissed off that they traded Josh Hart. There was fans in there really mad that they traded for Cam Reddish and got rid of Josh Hart. So that's how he's a guy that's respected on every team that he's played for. Every team, whether it's New Orleans, Portland, the Lakers, and obviously he has that chemistry with Julius Randle and Josh Hart. So I mean, and Jalen Brunson. So you got that little nucleus that is coming, low key is coming into his home. So I think when Mitch comes back, it is gonna kind of push Obi to the side, barring if Obi has like some crazy breakout, because I want to see, I kind of want to see what Obi looks like in the end. And this is his time to kind of show if he's worth keeping, throughout the end of this year. So I want to see how Josh Hart and him play together with the second unit, if he could find them a little bit more. And I think that was that one possession where IQ found us for alive. And I said, like, we need more of that. Like, I hate when he sits there in the corner, because there's multiple times where he's timid and like he's open in the corner, but then the lane is wide open and he's settling for threes. Like, Obi, go in the paint, bro.
He's not aggressive, bro. That's the problem. It's like a lot of people blame Tom, a lot of people blame the front office, a lot of people blame Obi. Somebody had to break it down to me in a space earlier. It's actually all three. I think, matter of fact, Mo said this, and that's crazy. Like, it's a fact. It's all three of them. You feel me? Shout outs to Mo. Shout outs to the Knicks Lounge. Shout outs to them guys. You feel me? But it's a fact. It's a combination of all three. Like, Obi's not aggressive. It's like, yo, as a basketball player, when you not gonna go get yours? Like, that's like I'm on the court right now, pickup game. Ain't nobody feeding me the ball. I get the ball, shoot, attack. If I see I got a lane, I'm attacking that. Like, it's no reason you hesitate and forget the system at that point, bro. I know I can take that dude. There's no way Obi is not sitting there at some points like, yo, bro, you can't. You not telling yourself you can't take him to the rack. You can't pull in his face. You can't get past him. You can't bang on his head. But let's not even go there, right? Because he's not the guy that really needs to be getting chewed out right now. Now we gonna resurface into our third overall pick, because now I'm getting disgusted, bro. RJ Barrett, I'm sorry. It's still not trade you, but bro, pick it up, son. Your defense, horrible. I don't know what happened ever since that benching in that Lakers game. You've been horrible, bro. You've been playing in your own head. You don't know whether if you want to shoot. You don't know whether if you want to attack. Then when you attack, you getting mad that you're not getting hit. Now, don't get me wrong. We know you getting hit, bro. We know you getting hit. But at the end of the day, bro, you have no switch, no twerk. You're not really selling the call. When you going up for layups, you're driving away from the contact instead of going into the contact to sell it. So, bro, you have to change up as a player yourself. Like, you have to get better, bro. It should be no reason why everybody, even different media outlets, forget Twitter. Let's cancel that out. The prime dime dandy guys, the guys that get paid the big bucks, that create these narratives that some people like to follow, they're painting you out that July 1st you're gone, bro. Does that make sense? Yeah, you're going to have your 120 mil. Yeah, you wanted to play for the Knicks. But if you keep this shit up, you won't be playing here no more. So, with me, I know RJ is known, but after the All-Star break, comes out bugging. I need RJ to come out bugging after this All-Star break. Like, he just has to do it. He has to. I need him to come out wilding. But then I have to take a step back and then also look at it like this. Grimes got to step up too. You feel me? Y'all both are the youngest rotation players when it comes to that starting unit now. You understand that? We have Josh Hart now. We only have 3 guys in this whole 9-man rotation that are technically adults in this situation. Hart is not an adult. He's like 23. Ovi's 24. The 3 guys that are the oldest are the Villanova Cats and Randall. So it's understandable that they're playing the way they're playing. They've been in the league for quite some time now, so they know what they have to do, what their strong suits are, and they're going to play to their strengths. But as of these 2 young wings, bro, y'all have been getting killed game after game after game after game. Now, last night, it's understandable. RJ did great on defense because Bridges and not only that, Cam Johnson didn't really do too much last night. They didn't do too much. So he did great on defense. Like, I will give him that. He got a bunch of bullshit calls. So I can understand why once he got his 5 fouls, he was frustrated. He was like, bro, it makes no sense. We winning. I'm going to the back. Like, I don't even need to be here no more. Like, I'm pissed off right now. Not pissed off with him, but not pissed off at the team, but maybe pissed off at himself. But as of Quentin Grimes, bro, I'm not giving him no passes no more, bro. His defense, okay. But, bro, how many times we don't watch this man get burnt? How many times we don't watch this man get frozen up, get ticky-tacky fouls? He still can't hit an open jumper to save his life. It's like, bro, get out this slump. And the only thing that's making me not try to kill you right now off of like just rate, like, yo, you're getting me mad. And I don't mean kill you in a sense of, because you guys like to take things literal sometimes. So calm down, people. Calm down. I'm not talking about offing him, okay? No, not at all. It's not that deep. But what I'm saying is the sophomore slump is starting to be real. At this point in time, I don't see why people do not want to just send Grimes to the bench just so he can actually get those reps, get those shots, get more of a rhythm into his flow of what he wants to do than being in that first unit. The way Josh Hart plays, he is the guy you need to put in the first unit. He's not going to care if he scores that ball. That's going to help RJ out. And a lot of people don't want to admit it. But how you feel about that, bro? Like, I had to get that off because, yo, the same way how I came at Randall, I came at Brunson at a point, bro, RJ and Grimes. It's not just RJ. It's both my young wing players. They are pissing me off. They are pissing me off, and they got to step it up. Because right now, you got you got Josh Hart, and you got IQ outplaying y'all. Yeah, they are outplaying you night in, night out. And that's crazy because Hart just got here. You feel me? So that's my spill on it, bro. How you feeling about RJ and Grimes at this point, man? Because, like I said, they're pissing me off. You gotta unmute yourself, bro.
I have no rebuttal for what you said. You can hear me? Yeah, I have no rebuttal for what you just said. I agree with everything you touched. You pretty much took the words out of my mouth. The thing that I would add on with RJ Barrett is just it's right to me. My personal opinion is it's all mental with him. I feel like he lets the refs get to. I feel like he lets the refs get to him. It could be the pressure from what we say and the stuff that we say about him as fans are killing him. And he's got to learn as a young kid, especially a young kid playing in a big market like New York, which is a basketball city. You got to tune all that noise out. You got to stick to what your game is, what your strength is, get better, and just do you. Your 3-point shot is not falling, attack. Pull up with the mid range. I always said I want to see RJ doing more pull up mid range than settling for threes because I see that's not his strength. He's not a knockdown 3-point shooter. Yes, I get it. You're open, but I always say there's nothing wrong with you taking 2 foot in the paint. You see the same thing with Quentin Grimes. They both suffering from the same thing. Where Quentin Grimes sees that his shot is clearly not there. It's flat, and you can literally tell when they release it, it's so bad that you can see like you already know it's gonna be a brick off the rip. So there's nothing wrong with driving to the paint. With Quinn Grimes, you know he's a good cut. He's a good backdoor cutter. He's a good slasher to the rim, and then knows how to get those cuts. But he has to do that a little bit more. Stop settling for threes. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with pulling up for the mid range. Take it in the arc, man. 2 feet, 3 feet. You're open. It might help you out a little more. I always say that. Stop settling for threes. You're not a good 3-point shooting team as it is. Just because you're open don't mean you got to shoot it. Now I'm with it. If you're in rhythm with the game, you got to go with the flow of the game. If it's your night and you're hitting everything the rim is looking wide as the ocean, you go for it. But when you see that shot's not falling, you got to do other things. You got to change. Just like the coach has to make adjustments, players have to make adjustments in game as well. It doesn't just go for Thibodeau as a coach. It's the players too that have to adjust with the flow of the game. Your shot ain't there to attack. There's one or two things gonna happen. You're either gonna get fouled or you're gonna miss.
I'm gonna say this one thing though. I agree with you with that Tom thing, but it's still fire that guy. I hope you know I say that. I'm still standing on that. I'm not letting that go. Still fire that guy, buddy. Nope, but continue.
I know what you're saying, but I'm gonna just say one little thing about him. I don't want to get too much in the whole time. You know how I feel about Tom. I don't have no back push to what you're saying about him. But let's be real, bro. He's the first coach in a long time that has put some respectability at least on this damn team. Because we forget about all these coaches we had before he even came in here. He's got like a 6-game winning record since he came in town.
I would say this. I would say he helped bring back respect in that bubble season. Here on out, it's just been the players themselves that's used to doing it. Because after what Tom just did to Cam, had these players not been playing up to par, all of that shit he did went out the window. Let's really be honest.
You know,
all that went out the window after that. So, Tom gotta go. No matter what, you still gotta go, bro. But here's my thing.
I ain't got no rebuttal. Like I'm not a Thibodeau guy anyway, so I'm not gonna sit here and debate with you about Tom Thibodeau. I'm not.
But here's my thing, though, right, bro? If you peep game, right now, shout outs to my boys, Control the Narrative. They feel like if Carmelo Anthony is not on a team by March 1st, it's all over. I agree with them in the sense, right? Now, in a position of where we at, backtracking that, what I said about Obi Toppin, he's still not getting a lot of minutes. He's barely getting play. He's not really producing like that for us, how we would or like him to do. So why not, instead of getting a guy off the buyout market, why don't we just bring Melo here? If you look at last night's game, a lot of people say, yeah, Randall didn't have to do a lot. It's not that Randall didn't have to do a lot. Did you really watch the game? He couldn't. Randall was hurting that whole game if anybody really locked in and looked at Randall. Every play he did, he looked like he was like limping. He was holding something. It was no smiles on his face. He looked irritated every 2 seconds within that game, bro. It's at the point Randall is hurting, bro. He's hurting. He's getting burnt. Then on top of that, he gets his break, after the Atlanta game tomorrow. But we need to bring in Melo. We need to bring Melo here, bro. This is now the perfect setup for Melo. Like, we're 2 games behind Miami right now. If we win tomorrow and they lose, we would now be 1 game behind them. Not a game and a half, not 1.5 games. We would be 1 full game behind them. We just need to win 2 more games, or we win a game and they lose a game. We need to have that 5th seed. 5th seed team back home, well-organized unit that's playing defense, young talent. You don't even have to do much. Melo literally can come here, play a backup 4, and just be a bucket. That's all we would need Melo to do. Be a bucket and not defend multiple positions. Just hold your guy. That's all we need to do. Hold your guy and play help defense. Melo has shown that he can do that when he was on the Lakers last year. So it's like, why not bring him home? I feel like personally, to really end this season with a bang and get ready for the playoffs during this All-Star break, Dolan, front office, Carmelo Anthony, they all need to sit down and they need to bring this man home. How you feeling about that?
I don't have any gripes with bringing him on because I've been a Melo. I love Melo, Carmelo Anthony. I love what he's done with this league. I love that he's still, he's still trying to make an effort to get back to the league, and it's egregious that he hasn't. I still think he could be a bench piece for any contender, any playoff team at that. And I would love to bring him home. That'll be the ultimate send away. The only thing I would have is with a lot of Obi fans, especially guys that like me. I'm an Obi guy, but I'm critical of him as well. I'm not immune to the people criticizing Obi Toppin because I've been one criticizing him myself. But you add Carmelo Anthony, you could pretty much say bye bye to Obi Toppin. So it's just the reality of it. So I'm open to it. I don't have a problem with it at all, man. I think he would have definitely helped Randall and not have him so gassed at the end of the game. So you could give Carmelo 10 to 15 minutes, and that's fine. It'll give a little extra break that Randall needs to get that energy back up.
Look at this, right? Look at this. Matter of fact, mentality brought it up, and I agree with him because I had this same image in my head. You bring Melo in, right? We get to the playoffs. Did we forget that D Rose is still on this team? Like, did we forget that a fresh D Rose? Like, we have not been playing Rose at all. We have now a great wing that was acquired. IQ is on his shit. You bring Melo here, you got a second unit going into the playoffs that would be Rose, IQ, Josh Hart, Carmelo Anthony with minute split, or I think it would be minute split. But if you had to, Hart at the center, or him and Sim splitting minutes with your first unit already as is, now that looks like a playoff team to me. That looks like, okay, if that first unit come out, I know D Rose gonna get me a bucket when it's needed. I know Carmelo could get me a bucket when it's needed. I know we got the defensive prowess of Josh Hart here. Hart's messing up. We still need more defense. Now I got Josh Hart and I got Mitchell Robinson to control the defensive anchor while I let these guys cook real quick. The first unit, they're getting stagnant. Randall's tired. Yo, Melo, I need a bucket. Yo, Brunson look tired real quick. Yo, Rose, come up. Yo, I ain't getting enough defense from RJ, and I need some firepower. And Quinn Grimes not hitting. Oh, IQ Josh Hart need to pull up. Like, what? There's so many different accommodation in New York. I need Melo the Knicks.
So I'm assuming that you're over the Deuce hive now. Deuce no more.
It's not even about Deuce no more. It's about we in this situation with the rotation we have. You don't need Deuce. You don't. You really don't. You truly don't, bro. Because you don't want to have three guys in rotation that don't even pass 6'6". That's not gonna hit. Not gonna fit. IQ has picked up on defense. Josh Hart, bro, he's smoking dude when it comes to defense, period. And he's giving you way more. Fact of the heart, he's giving you what Deuce couldn't. That's that scoring impact we needed to help IQ with. So we're gonna continue to help out IQ, which we're doing with the bench. Putting Melo in that bench unit would be a lot better than still keeping 15 minutes open. If we ain't gonna get done in minutes. And then with doing that, my thing is, if you bring Melo here and you play him, you still got a fresh D Rose. Why not bring D Rose back to really make him be the point guard again? And let Hart play the three. You don't have to worry about too much. I'm just saying, that sounds a little bit more.
It sounds a little logical, but I don't know. I'm not sure if Thibodeau is open to that. I think he likes a little bit what McBride brings more defensively than Derrick Rose. But Derrick Rose, I'm going to be honest, I love Derrick Rose, but he is mentoring, and Jalen Brunson has said it. He's being a mentor to a lot of these young guards on the team.
Yeah,
so he's serving that little mentor role right now.
But let's be real.
Defensively, he's been barbecue chicken.
Not even that.
Him in the rotation.
Let's really call a spade, bro. If Tom really felt that way about Deuce, he wouldn't have took him out that rotation as soon as Josh Hart got here. Like, he's not even playing. Do you understand that? Like, he's snatched, gone. So there's no way in hell you telling me that I know, like, I know they made, like, if they do the Melo thing, cool. The D Rose ad, kind of skeptical. But if we really talking about a playoff push, it's no way you don't put D Rose in that. There's no way. Like, I really still see it as in D Rose stayed here. He will get burned when we get to the playoffs. Like, there's no doubt in my mind that he's going to be backing up Brunson when it comes to a playoff push. And especially we talking about win now. When we get to the playoffs, it ain't no, oh, we made it here, let's just flake. They're going to want to win. So why would you not insert D Rose into the bench unit lineup? D Rose still trying to get a chip. I'm just saying that. I mean, that sounds smart to me. I go get Melo, have Melo start playing within the unit, bring D Rose back so you can get that second unit together, like get some chemistry, get ready for the playoffs, and then just cook. Just cook. That's what I would do.
I mean, it makes sense because you have. Like I said, it's more of a question of, is Tom Thibodeau willing to even experiment with that? I don't see anything wrong with it. I mean, you're thinking very hypothetically and logically, not just like pure emotion. But the question is, will Tibbs be open minded to it? And you got to remember too. Also, it makes sense, right? Because you look at the stand, we're only 2 games out of that fifth spot, and everybody that's in front of us has been like this. They've been up and down. So outside of those top 3 teams, the East is open. If you think about it, the East is wide open and it's there for the taking. So to me, at this point, you gotta add already on to what you got. So if you could add another piece like that, like another scoring option, and like I said, you throw them in at the 4th spot, then I don't see any problem with it. I think it's gonna elevate them and make them better.
I agree, and I feel like us as Knicks fans, we need to push that narrative. Like, a lot of people say, "Oh, if Melo was that guy, he would have had a contract." Nah, forget all that. Let's be real here. Melo is needed on this team. Like, this is the one time where out of all the teams we see Melo play on when he was here in the Knicks, this would be the best team he's ever played with as a Knick. Bro, if D Rose can be here still, let Melo come back. Rose and Melo wanted to play with each other on the Bulls for a time. Why we can't do this right now? And we got a team that can really run. Like, even if Rose slacks a little bit or Melo slacks a little bit, we can still manage with them. It's why not? Like, bro, I'm sorry. Like, I'm at the point where now I already know we're going to the playoffs. So it's like I'm looking into playoff time. And if I'm not getting what I need out of Obi, or the Hart and Sims thing don't work when Mitch come back, we need to bring Melo in, bro. Like, I don't want a first round exit. Nobody wants that. So, like you said, add the talent. I feel like when it's playoff time, no buyout market, go add Melo, let D Rose come back into the unit as well, get them going for the last couple of games of the season, and get ready for the playoff.
And buckle up, man, because it's about to get real. So I definitely agree with we got to add more because this is something you got to add on to. I don't care about those picks, man. We still could compete. And actually, it's better. It's better that we compete because we actually might end up getting a better pick by just winning. A lot of people it goes right over their head. Like when we traded for Josh Hart, people were crying about that protected pick, which essentially could probably even turn into a second round. Like, who cares? It's a deep draft. You're still gonna because remember, we can't keep all these picks. Are we gonna play all 9 of these kids? Like, let's be big one, but we're not.
That's why we're trying to say. A lot of people be like, "Yo, bro, don't trade the picks. Don't trade the picks." I'm like, yes, don't trade the picks for bullshit. But we ain't playing all these picks, bro. We already got a Jalen Brunson in his prime, a Randall in his prime. You just acquired Josh Hart. That's already 3 win now guys. Then you already got future players, meaning you got guys you still got to develop. IQ, you got Grimes, you got RJ. I keep saying that. Those 3 are the future.
Not to mention, you got to pay these guys. So how are you going to pay all these kids?
Like, and I already been saying when it came out of Obi and IQ, one of them was only getting paid. We know which one's getting paid. But now, and especially with getting Hart, that just took out the fact of we know Obi's not going to be here no more after this, bro. It's no way in the hell Obi's going to be here after this. Because remember, if you factor in when we was thinking about Cam Reddish, we was trying to figure out of all 3 of them who was getting paid. So, prime example, Hart and IQ will get bags. Because why? We still got to get Evan off these books.
Which you can. It's a movable contract. And the key word I want to emphasize that we got all these players that we have, They are movable contracts. We're not stuck with Joe King Nolan contracts. We're stuck with guys that we can move and actually still improve at the same time. So I just don't see anything wrong with it. Like I said, this is a deep draft. So if you want to draft one more piece to add to the rotation that you feel like there's a fit, you can do that. There's plenty of good young talent in this draft that you could get in the first round, the late first round, and still make the playoffs. You got to build off this. You got to make sure you build off this momentum because this is a winners league, right? We all want superstars, right? How do you attract superstars here? Winning. Winning attracts superstars. You got to keep winning. You got to show and improve.
My son said, winning instead of winning.
Winning.
but look,
winning.
My thing is this, right? It just makes perfect sense. So why not? But before we get up out of here, right? What's your take for tomorrow? Like, yeah, it's the Hawks, but it's still a must-win game for us, especially going into the break. Overall, if you could sum it up, what should happen tomorrow and who's your breakout guy?
I'm going to go with my man Jalen Brunson, and I'm going to tell you why. Because Jalen Brunson is better than Trae Young. I don't care what nobody says. I don't care what nobody says. It's not a hot take. It's the reality. I think Jalen Brunson took that snub very personal. That's why you see him doing what he's been doing the last few games, because I think us as Knicks fans have every right to be mad that that you can't even add him as a reserve. He don't deserve a reserve role. This guy literally, he literally turned his whole franchise around. Just him signing here. You know, this is the best acquisition we had since Allen Houston signed with us when he left Detroit, because they literally changed the fortunes of this franchise. Like, we were supposed to be a playing team this year. If you would have told me the Knicks would be sitting at plus 30 wins this year, I'd have told you were crazy. I didn't think they were going to be at this point this year. So I'm going with Jalen Brunson, man.
It's crazy that you say he was a snub, because there was a report that just came out from KCJ, Casey Johnson. DeMar DeRozan underwent an MRI and showed a grade 1 thigh sprain per Donovan. So Brunson might be an all-star. He might now be able to take the round spot if he don't play. Or DeMar DeRozan. If DeMar DeRozan so
if he don't get that spot, we're going to the NBA headquarters and we protesting, bro.